What is real? How do you know what is real and what is not real? Do you think you know the difference? If you are sure that you can be certain of the difference, then boy, are you wrong. Reality is a lot stranger than most people give it credit for. Reality has a lot more layers than people see on the surface. Reality is not what you perceive. What you perceive is what you've been shown by the people who've been well paid to show you what they're told to say. Some people think money is real. I have in my wallet today 10 Peruvian sol and 60 Mexican pesos, and there's nowhere around that I can spend them. But if I were in Peru or Mexico, they'd be accepted as money. Why are they useless here, but valuable there? Because it's really just a belief system. If I found myself hungry, there's no place around I can buy a meal with my 10 sol note. If I tried to present it to a cashier, they'd believe it has no value. Or maybe they'd just think it's too much trouble to figure out what its value is, but they won't take it as payment anywhere. So what gives you the impression that money is real? Just because that's all anyone seems to care about? What's real about it? It's just numbers in a computer, ones and zeros. Most of what consists of money isn't real printed money, it's in the form of derivatives and exists only hypothetically. It can be created out of thin air, and that power is in the hands of untouchables with no oversight and no constraint. So you think this is a legitimate system? What is legitimate about it? Have you given your express consent to this system? Have you, having been previously fully informed of the consequences to your life and posterity, agreed to live your life in servitude to the ruling class, despite if fully informed, knowing that they will always work against your best interests? Money isn't real. Money is only a symbol of debt. But we do need a system of exchange. So, we find a better way. Better ideas exist. Solutions exist. Some people don't want humanity to find those solutions. Like the people who enjoy having the immense power they wield. They can buy anything and everything, and these people have not gotten their power through legitimate means. Many of these gains these people have made have been quite ill-gotten indeed. Our new president doesn't seem to have a problem with a sheriff's department in Kentucky seizing the car and cash of any citizen on the suspicion that they may have once had a joint in the car. So maybe the assets gained by all the combined malevolent schemes of the world also are similarly illegitimate. Money isn't real. Money you can't know for certain. Money isn't anything but a symbol we share of a flawed belief system. But a better belief system is possible. The idea exists. But will you have the courage to embrace a future free of slavery? A future where secrets aren't possible? A future where all is revealed? Will you be able to handle the responsibility of being responsible for you? There is a lot that isn't real, and then there are things that you can be certain are real, like love. Love is something you can be sure of. I love my daughter, for example, and I know she loves me. My wife and my father, similarly, I also love, and I am certain that they love me. This is not something open to interpretation. It is certain. This is true. But are your thoughts real? Are your ideas real? Are the things which you create real? I suppose that depends on how capable you are of making your ideas a reality. And that capability is today dependent on whether or not you have access to money. A new path exists, but it won't be like things have been. It'll be a lot better. If we can just stop worrying about what isn't real and worry instead about what is real. I know a way to get us there. to help bring this idea, this understanding, and this system to the world. And together, we can save humanity. I understand the problem better than most people, and I know what the solution is. If everyone knew what I know, there'd be no way we could be controlled like we are. All the preventable suffering in the world can be stopped. The solution exists if we are smart enough to choose it. So why can't I get anyone to listen to me? Why am I having so hard a time finding people willing to help me? I would love to talk to everyone about my ideas. I wish I could get some well-known, well-meaning person to interview me and talk to me about my ideas, but none have. I wish I could find a person with money to spare to help me get my ideas out to the world, but none have. There are a lot of people out there with money, wringing their hands about what's going on in the world, and worried that we're all pretty well screwed and wishing they knew a good way to help. But when you look around, the problem looks so big, there doesn't seem to be any way to solve it. Well, there is a way. I know how to solve it. So they can do something significant. They can help me. Each one of the celebrities and rich people in the world have the power to change everything, and yet none of them do. Why don't you start asking them why they don't? Send every celebrity and rich person you know this video and ask them, you can change everything, so why don't you? I feel like I should travel the country talking to people because nobody is listening to the videos I produce and nobody is helping me at all. I am 100% alone in this fight. I'm not funded by anyone. But if I had access to the resources, the whole ballgame would change. We are, as a species, allowing ourselves to be exterminated because of our shared, flawed belief system. It's as simple as that. We just need a little bit of information to get out to everyone, and the problem will solve itself. Help me to do it. Make a real difference. If you have money to spare, you can turn the tide. Will you have the courage to make a stand for humanity? Will you join me here on the field of battle against Cthulhu? Who among you lives without fear? Will you make a stand right now and do the right thing? What's more important, hanging on to your money or saving humanity? If I knew of one wealthy person who knew the right answer to that question, I'd already have the resources I need and we'd be well on our way toward getting our problem solved. So do it. Make the call and help me to help everyone. Thus spoke Dave's Eye. Namaste.